You know, I've been thinking. Last time we laid the foundations and the outlines for our city mega base. But if I started building it now, we would pretty much only have half of the city complete, since our second island is not yet built. And so I thought, why don't we go ahead and just build it? So that's the plan for today's episode. We are going to be building the second part of the island. We got all our stone here. Let's get to it. Alright, so the plan's gonna be pretty simple. We're going to do it layer by layer, just like we did for the first island. And then terraform it from there. And I'm just gonna time-lapse it, so I'll see you when I'm done. Alright then, after a few hours of building, we now have ourselves an entire island with a flat surface. Now I don't want this part of the island to just be flat and then build houses on top. That would be too boring. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make a mountain range kind of on the back here, and then probably build depending on that. So I'm going to put our stone away, and I'm going to grab some outlining blocks. So then the spikes of the dragon, the back area here, is just going to be a mountain range going all across. Probably like halfway, maybe about this much of the island. We're going to have some houses and continuation of the city area here near the river, the coastal area here. And then probably going to build like a castle or some sort of monument on this side. And finally, we'll connect it to the bridge over here. So that's the plan. Let's get outlining. I'm going to start by using netherrack to outline the mountain range. So right about this much. And then probably go from here. So let's go over here. Finish this side first. Outline it all the way here, and probably from here you can connect it to the top. Yeah, that looks about right. I'm also going to play with the elevation a little, and we're going to make a plateau of sorts. And we'll have like a plateau over there at a lower level. So the mountain's gonna be like this tall, or like this tall. It's going to go down, and this will be like the level of the plateau. Probably make this corner a little bit smoother. I think we can leave it at that for the time being. For now, let's extend the city planning all the way to the stone island. So, bridge extends this way, and aqueduct should go all the way to the edge. First, let's finish the aqueduct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll also extend the road all the way down, and that leads to the mountain pass. And now we've connected the main island to the stone island. So I also want a giant portal coming out of the mountainside, and that's going to be the primary, or I guess secondary entrance into the island. besides like a port or something down there in the shores. I guess we should place a house here so we have a better idea. So one, two, three, 4, 5. And I figured we could have a gladiator arena down here or something. And these empty spaces could just be flower beds or something, I don't know. Alright guys, everything is pretty much finished. So behind me we have the little stadium slash coliseum area where we can PvP. We've also got a road leading into the mountainside where we're going to place our portal, which is gonna stuck it into the hill. We've also got some more houses here, the aqueduct leading from the edge all the way across into the mountain, a road leading up to the designated plateau area, as well as some more houses. So this is what it looks like so far, which means the last thing we gotta do is to actually build the mountain itself. So without further ado, let's time-lapse this. Ooh, after several hours, days even, of building, we are finally here. In front of us stands an entire mountain, erected from the ground up from the stone island that we built. And I mean, it could use a lot of work, but this is actually the first time that I've ever built anything like this, and I think that we've done a pretty good job so far. I especially love like these little spikes coming out from the ground and sloping up to the mountain. I think it gives it a really nice 3D texture to it, like a 3D shape. Whereas the front of the mountain could definitely use some work. Yeah, the back is definitely a lot nicer to look at. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put the palace here, like the actual main structure of the base, where we're gonna put our chests and everything else here, as well as like the throne room for the lore of our base. And up there on top of the mountain, I was thinking of putting a volcano which maybe hosts like a temple of some sort on top as well. I think that could be pretty cool, but I'm probably gonna do that in another episode. For now, I got a better idea on how to end off the episode. And so we're back on our creative world, where I usually plan things out. And you probably already know this by the thumbnail of the video, but I have designed a dragon out of red nether bricks and stone, and I think it turned out alright. My thought process was that we're going to have a bunch of dragons just flying over the city to add some immersion to it as well. Maybe have some hovering over the volcano. But for now, I figured, since this is my first time building animals or statues and such, I figured we'd start with a smaller dragon that's easier to build and not too material expensive. So we're gonna move this bad boy onto the server. Hey guys, it's VoiceOver Ryan here. If you watched the video to this point, I wanted to say thank you so much. This video took absolutely forever to make. Try to condense 3 videos worth of content into a single episode, and I guess a bit more than I could chew. Anyway, I wanted to try something new. We're gonna do a time-lapse chat where I'm going to chat about a random topic for a minute or so. And today's topic is going to be belief. More specifically, belief in oneself. Because and I'm sure a lot of you guys, have known people with tremendous potential but have never manifested it because they lack the belief. The belief that they were going to do great things in this world. So if you're one of those people, this is for you. Now, I'm just a humble Minecrafter, so you probably think, oh, this guy's just rambling, what is he even talking about? But let's take me for example. I'm not that good at building, or Minecraft in general, but I thought, hey, I wanted to do this, so let's take a leap of faith and see what happens. Who knows? Maybe we'll make it someday, but if I hadn't just started, if I hadn't just taken that leap of faith, then that maybe turns into never. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you ever wanted to do something great, maybe even crazy, or even something like starting a YouTube channel, taking on a mega build, or asking out a crush, then I for one believe in you. And I humbly think that you have the potential to do great things. So believe in yourself. Some words of encouragement from a humble creator. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. As usual, hit the like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.